Haunted by the aftermath of the Treaty of Versailles, economic and military collapse, poverty, and disillusionment, the German people were looking for hope. This hope was given to them by the new government, which set out to restore Germany to its former glory and beyond, no matter what the cost. Will this hope be false? That is for you to decide. You will assume the role of Franz Halder, an officer of an old and renowned Prussian school of military tradition, who is soon to become the German Army Chief of General Staff. You will have to do the bidding of the highest authorities, and at the same time make sure your fatherland and its people do not perish in their deadly struggle. Your actions are what will set apart fame and infamy, victory and defeat, prosperity and collapse, reason and insanity.
I'm sure, but Halder is, of course, the embodiment of virtue and righteousness, so I don't think he will get us off of the right path. I'm certain. Either way, welcome to my Let's Play of Strategic Mind Blitzkrieg. It's a revamp of Panzer strategy, so there's some stuff that has been added, mostly like cinematics, and they did some stuff with the missions as well. They're a little bit different. So they added some stuff here and there, but yeah, mostly this is about cinematics for me, I suppose. I wasn't originally gonna do an LP, not immediately at the very least, but when I read that this game got all this criticism about the glorifying of Nazis and stuff on Russian media and things like that, I just couldn't help but sympathize with these guys, and you know, I just, because of that, I just kind of felt like making an LP out of it, because I rather dislike censorship and stuff, so I do like free speech, things like that, and come on, this is just a game, so I don't think that this game should be getting all that much criticism on whatever media there is. I mean, come on, everybody knows this is just a game, we're just having fun here, and people should stop with their glorifying Nazi silly BS, basically. We're just having fun, and everybody, I would suppose that everybody who, you know, plays games like this knows that this is, you know, I would assume that nobody likes Nazis, at least I don't. And yeah, that's why I think it's silly to criticize games for things like this, because we're just doing it for fun. And for me, I think these cinematics have a great hilarious component as well. Like it's very obvious that the developers of this game do make these cinematics also for humoristic content, and to, I don't know, I guess to be a little bit controversial and things like that. But I think that's working out, at least for my part, and I think that's actually great fun. So let's just delve right into it. We're going to be playing as Franz Halder, the guy who wouldn't hurt a fly as long as they sympathize with the prosperity of Germany and its people. Let's get started, and let's just go for challenging, which is kind of the default option. So everything then will be set, and let's get started.
Soviet Russia is making futile attempts to establish the Bolsheviks regime in Spain. The German government supports the brave volunteers who gallantly resist the puppet government of the Spanish Republicans. Following the call of their valiant hearts, many Germans volunteered to fight alongside the Spanish rebels.
Beautiful.
General Halder, I came upon your orders, sir.
Halder, as you know, our new divisions formed with volunteers are about to be sent to Spain. Germany needs an experienced commander who would lead them to victory.
I believe any officer should be gallant and put Germany above all else.
Well, maybe someone comes to mind. This assignment will certainly open new career prospects.
I'm convinced the officer's honor should always be the main motive, not the career ladder.
That is exactly what I have been looking for. Halder, I like your approach. I know you're a very talented and gallant officer. If you had asked me, I would have sent you personally to put things in order there. Yet I cannot order you in this case.
Herr Goering, please allow me to lead our forces. I will depart for Spain immediately.
The German government is highly grateful to you for this act of bravery.
How gallant of you, Halder. So righteous.
The civil war in Spain has been quite advantageous for us. We've spread our influence to a European state of major importance and given our pilots a baptism in fire. Still, this conflict is turning into a tiresome affair, while the Wehrmacht has plenty of bigger goals to focus on. The Republican government is on its last legs, so get in there and deal the death blow. Of course, armed with our cutting-edge technology, the Francoist troops would eventually win regardless. But this could be good for the public image. A good reminder for the Spaniards who they owe their victory to. The Republican government is holed up in Barcelona. Our primary objective is Tarragona. If we take it, we will split the Republican territory in two and leave the Catalonian capital cut off.
Alright, good, good. Alright, I fiddled with sound settings a little bit before. I think it should be good like this, but if there's any problem, please let me know. Then I can make the appropriate adjustments to the settings. But I think it's fine here. Either way, we do have 500 prestige, but our first objective is to get down here to Tarragona and to take care of it. So I'm not gonna go and explain how everything in this game is being done. I just delve right into it, and I'm sure that if you're new to the game, you will follow things along. Now, I have to check some of the newer things in this game as well, because, for example, the recon units did not have smoke grenade previously, and this seems to be relatively similar to the smoke screen ability that the destroyers had in Strategic Mind Pacific. So I will... It will also automatically be activated if it gets below 50%. Alright, sure. So let's take a look, and we can... Oh, it zooms rather quickly. Okay, let me do a little bit of setting things here. So that's game probably. So key scroll. I would guess that mouse scroll should be slow. I think that's a thing, right? No, that's not the one. Maybe it's key scroll. Not sure, but we'll be okay. This is a regular infantry. Yeah, that's also what it shows there. Okay. So I can't actually attack it with the artillery this turn. Then we should just get our troops into place here so that we get to attack it on the next turn. I don't think it's gonna move. This is an introductory scenario as well. Let's, however, acquire another piece of artillery, and let's go for the 15 centimeter one. I don't have to give it a truck apparently. That's how it looks like, although I would... No, it does have the Opal Blitz. Okay, good. So I can go to the reserve and then just deploy that. There we go. And I have only 120 prestige, so I'll just have to wait with purchasing another unit right now. Let's just go through the units and the turn. So it still seems like with the settings... Let's put mouse scroll to fast again, because that seems to be working a lot better, or at least smoother for me. I don't know why. Either way, it does seem like they also have a new animation for the shift in day and night. It does explain me now what happens to the command points. Maybe it did so already before as well. 33s. I can do a lot of aviation recon here, which is good because that means I get to reveal that. Oh, incendiary shells cost prestige per attack now. I'm not so sure whether I like that, because that immediately means that, well, it almost immediately means that I'm gonna use it like only extremely sparingly, I think. But okay, so it also shows me that when I'm getting experience now. Interesting. Let's just move in here, attack, and take that city, which gives 10 prestige. I thought it used to be more, but I'm not sure on that actually. So let's go in here. Oh, that's exactly the wrong way, but let's take a look at this anti-tank gun, because this has a range of 2 actually now. There's hard targets, and then it also has Overwatch hard. Interesting. So they actually they've redone these to make it so that they do Overwatch on those units, huh? That's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think they have a movement of 8. 7. I don't know whether stopping also counts, so let's just get into these woods here, so not too close. And move these guys over here. I'm a bit reluctant. Okay, so they have another anti-tank and artillery. It shows entrenchment now, that's also pretty good. Fire support, okay. Sure thing. There's not a whole lot I can do then for now. In the turn, nothing happens, but then now it's night. So that means that I also can't really do a whole lot for now on this turn. I'm not very likely to do a whole lot of damage, but I'll attack the infantry because at the very least I can see what I'm doing here. So for their artillery, it probably has a range of, let's see what its range is. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. Nope. So let's move at a range of 5, so I can move in there and then potentially attack them, depending on how that works out. With range and stuff. So if the damage is good, I will. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what they do, whether they can actually spot it. I think it would be very interesting to see whether they would. What if I require another unit? For example, regular infantry. I don't know how much a truck costs though. Panzer 4A. Alright, let's wait then. Okay, they didn't actually attack, so probably because of the darkness they couldn't see anything. That's fine. Okay, so let's use another recon. And let's see, if I were to attack it, that's 1-7, huh? And if I attack there, it's 172. I think here I'm just gonna use the same trick. So if I... Okay, that doesn't help. If I just attack like that and then use the infantry to get in there. Finish them off. Repairing infantry is going to be relatively cheap.
We have taken Tarragona, Field Marshal Goering.
Good, good. The Republican government must be panicking, and rightly so. I am sending you our newest Panzer IV tanks to assist in the assault on Barcelona. Make sure they see enough action that this counts as a conclusive field test. I will expect your report after the battle.
Okay. I can only hope that they're allowed to move out, but for now, let's attack this thing. Because I think even now, probably just doing this attack is going to be a good idea. We'll take a bit of damage, but I'm not too worried about that. It's a non-core unit as well. And I know they have artillery support, but that's fine. Like, this is a bit too much, though. And this exceptionally so. But if I move it in here, it's very likely to try and attack from a distance, and then I do have the artillery as backup. So I think that would work out just fine. Or they're gonna try and attack here, and then the same applies. So that would also be pretty neat. If I take the airfield, some of their units might move. I think that's okay. Oh, they have another unit in there. Really, I didn't reveal that with recon, so let's take a look. Oh, that's the anti-tank. Well, these guys are stuck now. I don't want to attack with these. If they want to repair that, that is fine by me. I don't really care that much. Although I can move in here and actually make them surrender. And then get out again. What is also a possibility is that I allow them to attack this. And then move you down and you in here, and then we'll see what they do. If they're gonna attack the Panzer or the recon, they're gonna get counter battery fire, and that's gonna be bad for them. You're gonna stay there. Oh, they did nothing. Oh, well, that's also a possibility. Let's attack down there then. Use the infantry. I guess I'll have to finish it off with the tank, but let's use the Panzer IV, because that will give me another unit destroyed with the testing of the tanks. Great. They should probably head down south then. But let's do a bit of aviation recon first. Okay, so there's another infantry. That's okay. I can actually shell it from the back. Apparently units get no experience after an overrun. Huh. It's good to know. I can get these guys over here and then shell that on the next turn so that we can take it. And these regulars will be in the same position. Let's move you here and you here, so you get to attack down there on the next turn. I don't need such shenanigans over here. 2 and 5, so I have no way of getting in close. I should probably just shell this and take my damage. Okay, well, that didn't go exactly according to plan, but I know this is close range, so it kind of sucks actually that I would have to go in there. But they would get overrun, and maybe I can move them out after that.
Field tests of our newest Panzer IV tanks were successful, Field Marshal.
This new model has proven to be a highly effective instrument of war.
Great news, Halder. It seems in the tank building industry, we are also ahead of all the other European countries. That may prove to be handy very soon.
Ah, great. It also shows the reward. So 10 victory points and 100 command point, or prestige. So I'm not going to take that. Instead, I'm just going to be waiting out here. Well, these guys will just go and attack that infantry together with that tank. So they're going to be busy with that while we move further south. Because we have Valencia over here, which we'll likely have to take, just like Teruel and, well, Calamocha. We might take a little bit later, but we have plenty of time for that. So let's take a look. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm actually okay with already moving these guys a little bit to the south, even with shelling on the next turn. It's going to be dark, so that's unfortunate, but ah well. At least I'm getting rid of a bit of entrenchment, so that's always nice. Although it certainly will not be as amazing of an attack as we otherwise would have had. I'm contemplating repairing the regular, but okay, I can't do that for some reason. They are oh yeah, they're not close enough. Well, you're not gonna attack this turn anyway, but let's move some units already to Teruel, I guess. As for the tanks, if I stay out of range for 2 hexes, and the same kind of applies for the artillery, because I'm going to take this fairly quickly any which way, we'll probably be good to go. So let's try to do that. I know things are a little bit hard to see, actually, even for me. I know, it seems like the game is a little bit dark, as if I would have to light things up. Let's see if I can't actually... No, I can't buy another artillery. Let's end the turn. Now it's good weather again. I should be able... Nope. I didn't get rid of them. Okay, that's a bit unfortunate. I guess we'll do it next turn. I mean, that sucks, but... I didn't feel like getting in close would be secure enough. So I didn't do that. Okay. Let's use the recon. Also gives me some intelligence data on an infantry there. But... well, they're at 1 strength. Oh, I think I can just go and take this. That's fine. That at least saves me a turn still. But in case they repair, I kind of need to leave that artillery up there. So the question is, do I need to take Valencia or Teruel first? That's a bit tricky. Let's just wait here until next turn and then we can move accordingly. But with this amount of prestige, if I want to buy another artillery, which I guess at this stage, or a Junkers now is too expensive. An artillery, 150 is too expensive, and even for this, okay. Never mind then. Let's get you on an actual road. That seems to be just the easiest for now. Reinforcements. How much does it cost? 8. Yeah, sure. Why not? I think that's probably worth it for the rest of this mission. Yeah, they did repair. Okay. Okay. So I can move in here.
We have captured Barcelona, but the Spanish government seems to have escaped before the assault.
They should get used to fleeing their own capital. Hopefully they won't be so audacious as to start unpacking so soon. I'm sending several Luftwaffe units into your command. The people of Germany have invested a lot of time and effort into forming these units. Now it is time we evaluate the result. Let me know how well they perform in real combat. A few months ago, the Republicans took the city of Teruel. That's our gateway to Valencia, and their government must be hiding there. So, it is about time Teruel fell back into our hands.
Yeah, okay, so it's Teruel, not down here. We have to test the aircraft as well. Let's get them. Take the city. Meanwhile, this artillery desperately needs to go down. There we go. And we'll have the Air Force. It will be very convenient for us to take that airfield. Yeah, I guess so indeed. Because the one at Calamocha is the only one that's relatively close besides Valencia. Indeed. And then afterwards we'll have to go for those other victory point or those other cities as well. Right, let's just do a bit of aviation recon. And up here as well. If they have anti-aircraft guns, I'd like to know now, and this is also very revealing. I don't think I get to bomb anything for now. No. What? Let's get these guys close. So we can either bomb up there or there, but at the very least... Send in the tanks. No line of fire. Okay, well, that's unfortunate business. Let's send you over here so they actually have the ability to attack up there as well. So I might actually be well off sending an artillery down here to Valencia and another one up here to Teruel. And I do need to take a look. Oh, they do have anti-aircraft over here, so how does it look? Artillery, anti-tank, infantry, anti-aircraft gun. So these guys can't really do a whole lot to attack there, so let's just move them over here. Whereas the infantry is probably useful. I'll send the artillery down there too. As for the Panzer II, it only has a gun range of 1. Maybe I get to upgrade it to a Panzer IV. I think it's probably worth taking a look. Or I can probably not upgrade it. No, I can only use machine... Yeah, I can only change its equipment. Okay, that's good to know. It's important to learn these things as fast as possible so you don't get any surprises later on. And it's night, and night means your turn is going to end or is not going to be super useful. Okay, well, I'm still going to bomb it. Surely this will then also cost prestige ship. Well, if I can help it, I'd rather not then. I have no clue how much of an entrenchment they have, but I'll just attack them for all it's worth for now. One, two, three, four. So I need these at least over here to shell them on the next turn. If I can attack the artillery, then they'll be in good shape. After that, I did take all of those cities, so I need those tanks out of there too. Right. Let's move you further up for a bit, and that's it. Okay. Now it's day again, which means first of all I'm gonna do a bit of aviation here. They're gonna get shot at. I know. But like I said, this needs to go, and I don't... No, those prospects are not particularly good. I would like to grab that airfield. Let's see how much damage this does. 6. Let's park them right next to the airfield so they can actually land. If I grab it. But let's see what I can do. And I probably should. No, let's actually finish these guys off. Oh, so that doesn't count with the aircraft? Huh. Okay. Well, let's grab the objective anyway, because we might get free units and.
The Republican resistance in Teruel is no more.
Finally, justice has been restored. The road to Valencia is wide open. This is a momentous opportunity, Halder. The Francos have been trying to reach that city for months. If we take it now, in a matter of days, we will once again demonstrate the superiority of the Wehrmacht. I believe this calls for reinforcement. I will give the appropriate orders.
So my reinforcements are an infantry and artillery, which is nice because then I can take that, and an anti-aircraft gun. Okay. Well, the tank cannot move. Let's leave the anti-aircraft gun here because we do have a bomber which can't do a whole lot for now. I cannot actually take the airfield at this point, so let's just take the rail station and still destroy these, or at least damage them severely. That's also fine. Maybe that's even for the better, because that means that from the next turn I might be able to destroy it with an aircraft. Let's move you closer as well, so you get the shell at Valencia on the next turn. And I think that's gonna be it for now. Oh no, you guys. Sure. They'll stay, and actually let's move them in here, you in here. That's just better for the infantry, that's basically it. Meanwhile, I'll send these guys further to potentially take any of these if there's nothing there. Let's also take a look, because if some of these are empty, like this for example, then I can just quickly go and take that with anything. There's an infantry in there, okay. And they'll probably get shot down, yeah. Okay, seems like there's some Russian tanks out there. Good to know. There's also an infantry in here and some units down here. Artillery and a infantry. Okay, enemy plane incoming. Weather is still good. I actually really do like that we get to see the actual cycle. I think that really helps. That's real nice. So that's a pretty decent addition actually. Okay, so now this is actually a better attack. Go in there, and they cannot move in closer, but let's just get rid of that. I don't think it got destroyed. Let's use afterburner or not. Okay. What I need to do then is I need to shell that. Then use the Panzer to go in there, take the airfield. Okay, so that's because afterburner gets it to 11, 10, 9, 8, 765. I think it should be okay though. It's at 11. 10, 9, 8. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I should have used the anti-aircraft gun first. Oh well. Sure. Well, let's use that bomber, and let's use the bomber on the other one as well. Since I do need to destroy that infantry before being able to land, it will be problematic if I can't actually do that. So let's send these guys also in there so I can attack on the next turn. I might be able to destroy that too soon enough anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's no good. So they could move. But it seems like the heavy terrain is a problem. I actually need to have my bombers down there, but actually let's use the recon up there. That's probably easier. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, let's just end the turn on that. You need to still blast there. Okay.